Hi everyone. The purpose of my message today is to give tribute to someone who is preparing for retirement after 50 years with the same company. That person is my father, Dale Barstow. In the business community, we would call him the Michael Jordan of his industry. His customers would call him a friend, and I've called him Dad when we're fishing and Dale when we've worked together. The reason for the timing of this, he's not going to retire till February. However, I was going to give a speech at the IMC conference in May, which was canceled with every other trade show in America, unfortunately. So I just wanted to give a chance to make sure everyone knew of him retiring in February, and mainly so that you could reach out to him and let him know what he's meant to you over your career or whatnot, and his career. I wanted to give a little bit about Dale, just in regards to his history, for those of you who don't know him, and also I think those that do know him will just enjoy this quick bit about him. He grew up in a small town in Hastings, Florida, on a farm, and at an early age took interest in flying airplanes. He went on to Embry-Riddle, graduated from Embry-Riddle, joined the Navy, and flew for the Navy for a few years. And then through mutual contact was introduced to Mr. George Langford, who's the founder of Municipal Code Corporation, Municode, which is what it's referred to as today. And Mr. George was driving all around in a Cadillac all over the country doing legal codifications. He was the main salesperson, classic entrepreneur, but he really needed a different means of travel. So he hired Dad as a pilot. And so for the next 2 years, Dad and Mr. George flew all over the country to countless cities and counties. And what was unique is that Mr. George would take Dad to all the meetings. Wouldn't just leave him at the airport waiting on him. He went to every meeting. And at the end of that 2-year period, Mr. George did something quite interesting. They were getting ready to take off. He jumps out of the airplane. Dad says, "What are you doing?" And he said, "You don't need me anymore. You've been going to all the meetings. Everybody loves you. You're better at this than me. You are now the VP of sales and the pilot." And the rest is history, so to speak. Municode over the years grew to be the nation's leading codifier. They're into all other services, serve thousands and thousands of cities and county government agencies, and it's just remarkable. Would also say that the team there that's been built in preparation for his retirement is exceptional, and everybody over there appreciates you, Dad, and what you've done, and how meaningful you've been to the growth of the company. On the customer side of things, Dad has gotten to know so many city and county attorneys, city and county managers, municipal clerks all over the country, and I really want to stop on that last point. On the municipal clerk front, which is the predominant contact for municipal code and who Dad has focused on all these years, he's been named an honorary clerk in many states, has helped raise over $3 million for the MCS Foundation, which is an educational foundation for clerks, been a big part of IMC, but more importantly than anything, he's created tremendous long-lasting friendships with all of you. I'm also extremely thankful that he has taught me so much about your profession, about who you are as clerks. He's taught me how important your role is to the community. He's taught me how much you care, and I've seen it firsthand. A great example is when I was 5 years old. Yes, I'm 40, and I've known clerks for almost every one of those years. But when I was 5, I was at a conference. I was at a state municipal clerk conference, and a clerk walks up to me and hands me a Louisville Slugger with my name engraved on it and said, "Are you Donny?" I said, "Yeah, I'm Donny." And she said, "I'm a friend of your dad's. I had this made for you." And come to find out, she was the city clerk for Louisville. Such a good friend of my dad's. She knew I'd be traveling with him over the summer. She had this bat made for me. Didn't even know me, but just showed you how great the relationship was there. And from that day, clerks have been part of my professional life and my personal life, and I have many clerk friends now, just like my father does. So I'm very appreciative for what Dad taught me. Lastly, he said one thing to me that I'll never forget. He said, "You always take care of clerks, even if it costs you money." And I've never forgotten that in business, and I think that's led to a lot of success. Just the impact on me, Dad has done so much for me. It starts off with just teaching me how to be from a very young age, and just making sure I knew how to make the right decisions and what was important. He's also taught me how to fly, taught me how to be a father, taught me about municipal government, and again, taught me everything I needed to know about the clerk profession and how great people they are. Very appreciative of that. I also think it takes a special person to make their family, their company, and their customers feel like the most important people in the world, especially when they travel 95% of their career. And I don't know how you do that. I'm still trying to figure that out. And that's why I would call him the Michael Jordan of his industry. I would call him the best father, and I would call him the best friend, not a vendor, to his customers. It's just amazing. So Dad, congratulations on 50 years for all that you've done and what you will continue to do. If you're listening to this, please reach out to Dad and let him know what kind of impact he's had on you. I know he'll appreciate it. He's still around until February. And thank you all for taking time to listen to this message.